What up, everybody? Welcome to part 8 of the Bboy Bgirl storytelling workshop. And this episode will be going over the creative process, how to begin or how to formulate, how to start forming these phrases, these halves, these movements, how to find these movements. Okay, so here we go. So let's think about something first, right? Let's think about what the hip hop elements have taught us, right? So we have graffiti, MCing, DJing, and breaking, right? To me, all these elements have the same philosophy behind it, right? So if you think about it, in every element, you have to learn both sides of it, right? You got to learn how to freestyle, and you also got to learn how to formulate certain things, right? Example, in MCing, right? You write, you can freestyle, just come up top of the dome, but you also got to be able to write. You also got to be able to formulate music and songs and raps, right? And then when you go into DJ, it's the same thing. A DJ can just come and just freestyle all his DJ music. He brings his crates, he starts just mixing music as he wishes with his knowledge. And the DJ could also, set up a set, so how he wants his music to sound. And if he's battling, it's, like he grabs songs and puts together to be able to diss the person how he sees it. So again, in every element, now you're seeing that you could just do the freestyle, but you also have to learn how to write, right? Then you have graffiti, the same way. Graffiti could just come with a can, go to a wall, and just freestyling and start freestyling a piece, letters, whatever it is, right? But then he also could just go home, make a fresh ass sketch, and look at that sketch and put that sketch on the wall, and or the piece that he drew on paper or wherever he did, and put that on the wall. Well, the same thing goes for breaking. You should be able to freestyle, just play the music and just dance, and hopefully you find moves that way. A lot of my signature moves came from freestyling, just having fun and dancing, right? And when you're freestyling, you just, what I suggest is just try different intros. Like in the previous videos, we went through intros, so make sure you have all types of intros which lead you to different types of flows and movement, and of course the blends, the center points, all those, creating your own levels and movements throughout, And then you should also be able to write, right? You should be able to create certain movements and the way you wanted it to look and the way you see it, So don't be afraid to do both. I know there's a war between, some people say we should freestyle, some people say forget sets, but it goes the same thing in MC, right? MCing, the people are like, oh, he can't freestyle, and then the people that make music, oh, he can't make music, right? So what does that tell us? We should be able to do both, right? You should be able to freestyle, then you should be able to write. So that's the same thing that goes for breaking, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example. Of course, like I said, when you freestyle, moves come out, right? That's just fun. You just freestyle, and hopefully you're able to remember certain moves that you freestyled and bring them into your arsenal, which nowadays is cool because you get to record yourself, so that way you're able to find moves that you do while you're freestyling, which is cool. Like I said, a lot of my signatures came from freestyle. But now there's another way of creating, which is finding moves and formulating and putting things together, and which is, I think, a lot of things I like to do. I create little halves. I create a lot of halves, and then I mix them as I wish. So I'm going to take you through a process of how I do that and how I create little phrases. It could be halves, it could be little short move put together. But here we go. Okay, peace. So here we go. I'm gonna show you how I came up by creating a little flow that I posted on my Instagram not too long ago. So I'm gonna show you how I went about creating this piece, right? So I took one of my old intros, right, that I have. You guys seen it on the previous videos, right? Which goes like this, right? It's this one, the one that's cooking in and thread, right? I grabbed that move, and I thought to myself, how can I change this move and make it more different, or to me, my thought process, more futuristic, So what I thought about is, can I find a double move? Can I mix that and see if I can find two moves into one, So what I thought about it was coming in, bringing this move, and mixing it as I'm coming forward with this thread. Boom, right? So from here, I'm here thinking, what can I do next, right? So I'm thinking I could probably mix another thread and go through here. So that'll be kind of like a triple. That little piece, you probably won't even be able to tell when I'm doing it fast, as you can see later on. But I know what's happening. So I mean, I like it. I feel it. I know it's happening. If others catch it, they catch it. If they don't, it's okay. I know it's happening, right? So I'm coming in, right? Boom, coming in, mixing it. Boom, here. I'm gonna go in through here. Now from here, I'm like, what can I go? Here I can go many places, right? Many places. But I chose to go here. Grab here, right? And here I can go in many places. I can go boom. I can go back into this thread. I can take it up if I want to, right? But as that's how I start creating. I start trying different little things, you know. So then I'm here. Here I'm going from here. I bring it in here. What else can I take it from here, right? I could just bring it in here, right? Take it in, right? So I'm going through this process of trying different things. So just from every move, try to use and find like 3 different ways out of it, you know? So that way you're able to connect one move, go to the next move, go to the next move, go to the next move, just like Lego pieces, you know? So you want to try a few different options out of every single move, you know? So the first move was this. I could have gotten many different options. I wanted to mix it with this thread. I could have gotten many options here. I took it to this one. I came around, boom, hit it here. Now from here, I told myself, what can I do? Right, I could go many. This was one kind of a little flow that I liked that felt cool, right? So from here, I'm touching here. It's like a little circle move, and then I chose to do this. Boom, okay? So I'm gonna show you the flow in the next video so you can see how it actually came about. So yeah, as you can see, so that's how I like to create, right? So I grab an intro, right? I make sure I have that intro. From the intro, I'm usually finished by that. Once I find an intro. I love finding intros. Like I said, that's why I'm so a fanatic of intro, because that right there is going to lead to the rest of the flow, you know. Like I said, I do halves. I create little halves because I just like the way they feel, and then I can just mix around the halves as I wish. And remember, you should be able to master both. I can freestyle all day. I can have fun and just break, play music, and freestyle all day, you know. But I also like to create masterpieces. I like to create little halves that are meaningful and that like I formulated, you know, that I feel like I can hang on my wall. That's how much pride I take into creating these little halves, you know. They're both as fun. They're both as hard. Freestyle is just as hard as creating sets. Sets is just as hard as freestyling, you know. And it's just like MCs as well, right? And MCs could have a written him and they're gonna put it to a different beat. That's also considered a form of freestyle because he has to make that rhyme fit that beat. So it's also a form of a freestyle because you have to find the flow with that rhythm to this beat or to another beat, okay? So all of these things that have been confused, that we need to understand that we should be able to do in hip hop in all these elements anyways, you know? Like don't limit yourself to just one side of creativity, because you're gonna miss out on the other piece, you know? So practice both. Practice creating sets, which is also hard. Practice freestyles, which is also hard, you know? And just play with both. And sometimes you can mix either. You could even mix both. You can mix a little bit of set with a little bit of freestyle and just have fun with it, right? So you can see the way I like to do it is I come up with an intro, and then I try 3 different moves after that intro, find the one I felt the best. Then I'm in that position. Then I try another 3 moves after that one, and it just starts to formulate itself till you make a choice of how you want it, if it felt right to you and you like the way that felt, and then you could keep that, you know, and then just have fun with it for a little bit, and then once you use it, break it up and create another one, and this just keeps happening. This is what I've been doing for 27 years, and it's been fun, you know. So yeah, peace. I'll be doing a lot more explanation of creative processes until we get to understanding of the storytelling. Okay, peace, guys. Thank you.